Hello everybody, today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Today we're going to be diving into the worst product placements in both film and TV history. Also, by making this video, I am not making fun of the crew or the talent that created these movies and TV shows, because it is not their fault that they had to publicly pleasure the invisible wand of the tech bro oligarchy. I cannot get mad at y'all. Y'all wanted to create art and entertainment, and capitalism got in the way. Like it always does. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's get into my list of the worst product placements in cinema history.
Here's my chime card.
And now I wanted to start off with a show which really has mastered the art of creating product placement that were so jarring it makes your brain melt. And you know who better to start off with other than Riverdale.
Let the fire within me blaze in glory.
And now Riverdale has some of the most egregious corporate cucking in all of cinema. No shade, I know you guys needed the money to fund these meth-induced plot lines, because what was going on in that TV show? They fully had the incestual redheaded bisexual girl become the Scarlet Witch, and somehow that wasn't the most jarring thing about the TV show. No, instead it's the company propaganda that short-circuited my brain. No! It made me feel like I was going insane. It made me feel like I'm going insane. Insane in the membrane. I need to chill. But anyways, if it pleases the court, I brought to you 4 pieces of bad product placement from the TV show Riverdale. First 2 are brought to you by the sinister world of online dating with the app known as Bumble. This app is the reason for my nun-like celibacy. I will never touch a man. Those are putrid little creatures. You are below me. I will never look at you. You don't belong to exist in the same world as me. And the first Bumble incident occurs when the honorable Oscar nominee Charles Melton is prowling like a predator through Bumble until he finds his next victim and goes in for the kill. This, being an ad, is an insane choice. And on top of that, we are going to watch this insane choice happen right now. Yes, we are going to watch all of these advertisements together because I want to suffer. And more importantly, I want to see you suffer with me.
Just swiping on Bumble, praying that the future Mrs. Mantle is within a 30-mile radius. The truth is, love doesn't come easily to me these days. Or does it?
This one's legendary material right here. He's a pervert. Like, the ad was short, but you know what else is short? A bullet. And a bullet would have been a lot better than that ad.
Or does it?
And now the second Bumble incident occurs when the ginger tries to set up her gay best friend on Bumble so he will stop being a slut and put an end to his cruising addiction. Which I feel is kind of a targeted attack, but at least the attack was done by a bisexual ginger, so I'll let it pass, even though that bisexual ginger did in fact kiss her brother. And I don't remember the I in LGBTQIA+ being incest, so let's think about that. Anyways, I guess we're gonna watch the ad together. Yeah.
Maybe it's time you move on.
I can't go back to Fox Forest.
Oh, sullen, tender-hearted Kevin. I'm not talking about cruising. I'm talking about Bumble. I'm sure you can find a well-adjusted, handsome, out-and-proud fella here.
Anyways, let's move on to the third ad, this being the attack of Old Navy. Now, the context of this scene kind of confuses me even more, because basically, the waiters of this 80s themed diner do a musical number before they sit down to discuss the pregnant one's Old Navy baby clothes, before kicking her out of the conversation because I guess pregnant people can't hang. I'm not really sure why they even had the pregnant girl come along if she's gonna immediately get excommunicated from the group. And once again, we will suffer through this advertisement together. I forgot that this is like a musical. I forgot that Riverdale is a musical. Girl, this isn't Wicked or Hairspray. Are they wearing lingerie at a diner? What are we? Is this a strip club X 80s diner? What is this Stranger Things, like, freak ad?
What, pray tell, is in that bag?
What, pray tell, is in that bag? Old English ass fucking language right there.
Bye.
And after that airstrike against pregnant people, we get to see the infamous chime card ad. Now, this one isn't even that long, so I'll just let you guys suffer through it alone, because...
Drinks are on me. Here's my chime card.
Girl, I don't want to watch it again. Drinks on me. Here's my chime card. What? I don't want your chime card. I don't want... What even... Wait, what is chime card, actually? Guys, it's working on me. I'm gonna use my chime card for this one. Bitch, shut up. If I was on a date and a man ever did that to me, I'd shoot him. Like, how did we allow them to create the 4 horsemen of the bad product placement apocalypse? Who let them get in the studio and cook this shit? Anyways, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about the absolute cinematic masterpiece that was Madame Web. Yeah. Box office hit, original concept, beautiful, beautiful gowns. And now this advertisement does center around Pepsi, and though it is not as bad as the Kendall Jenner Pepsi commercial, it squirted itself all over this movie. Because we see her awkwardly rubbing up on her Pepsi, giving this can more screen time than the actual Sydney Sweeney. And maybe that's a good thing, because she didn't need to be in this movie. But Pepsi really gets its main pop girl moment when the Pepsi billboard light fixture crushes the main villain, Ezekiel Sims. And this truly did not need to happen at all. There are literally so many dumb ways to die, and this shouldn't be one of them. And no, I'm not really sure if anyone's actually watched the C-list TV show known as Bones, which had so many insane advertisements. The most blatant one of all was the Toyota self-driving car ad.
Whoa, ghost driver.
How'd you do that?
It's called intelligent parking assist. The car guides itself into the parking spot.
In the show, the main character fully breaks the fourth wall by going into this robotic monologue about Toyota's intelligent parking assist, guiding the car into the parking spot, kind of like how my finger is being guided to stop watching this TV show. What is the overlap between forensic pathology and fans of suburban family cars?
Getting it, it's not clocking to you.
I get it. White ladies in the suburbs love true crime, but do they give two f***s about self-driving park assist? Anyways, let's move on to a more relevant car scene, this being the Barbie movie chase scene. We have to talk about it. Now, if you didn't immediately clock this little piece of corporate advertisement, I would recommend you to get your brain scanned, because this product placement really cemented to me that this movie is as corporate as a movie can be. It is a corporate movie masquerading as a feminist piece of media, when in reality it's just an intro to feminism spoon-feeding you simple feminist ideas. And that's not a bad thing. And side note to that side note, if your boyfriend had to watch the Barbie movie to realize that women matter, maybe he should be put in the chopping block. Or at the very least, make him watch 5 movies with more than 2 female characters that actually pass the Bechdel test. Also, I did enjoy this movie, but I don't think it was the revolutionary piece of media TikTok was trying to make me believe it was. Because it did have feminist ideas, and it was doing well with those ideas. It just wasn't as radical as TikTok was making it seem to be. And now that I've gotten that out of my system, the advertisement in Barbie begins with America Ferrera saving Barbie from the corporate overlords by picking her up in her Chevrolet. And we get this underwhelming 2-minute car chase scene, and I call it underwhelming because Chevrolet definitely didn't allow them to do any crazy moves with the car, because that would damage the car, which is loser behavior. Let the girls blow up the car. Now that's feminism. And now let's get back to our masculine misogynistic car roots with the Transformers movies. Don't we all love them? So we're just gonna have to speed run this insane product placement. And the first victim of product placement was Stanley Tucci when he begins fondling a Beats pill until he turns it into a gun. I'm not even gonna react to that, because that statement alone fully just shows that this movie had no idea what it was doing other than creating product placement after product placement. And the next ad in this movie is a Bud Light truck driving away after exploding, and the evil Mark Wahlberg takes a swig from one of the Bud Light bottles littering the streets of New York City.
It's your car? Huh?
Actually, I just realized there's way too many examples of product placement in these movies, and I'm just gonna have to flash a bunch of images of the product placement inside of these movies, because these movies aren't even movies, they're just straight up advertisements with shiny robots that make men want to leave their wife and children. Like, honestly, the only one I feel bad for is Stanley Tucci, like that's my queen, but then there's Mark Wahlberg, and I'm like, you were literally a criminal. Like, like you're an evil man, so embarrass yourself by drinking a Bud Light in the middle of the streets of New York. I don't care. And now let's leave those cars behind, because that was making the vibe a little bit too masculine. Instead, let's talk about Stranger Things. The show has 2 major points of product placement, these being Coca-Cola and, I'm gonna say the obvious here, guys, Eggo waffles. The way that this movie skyrocketed the sale of Eggo waffles, as if they don't taste like sugar cookies blended with drywall. But hey, some people eat styrofoam and drink Febreze and eat cars, so...
You pay me. It was love at first sight.
His body and then his interior and everything just together just seemed to fit. And I just felt an instant connection.
I guess it's not the worst thing ever. Anyways, the Coca-Cola commercial comes in during season 3, episode 7. While they're in this beautiful grocery store and Caleb McLaughlin's character starts bootlicking for Coca-Cola while the rest of the crew denounces his love for Coke, saying it's a foul soda.
How do you even drink that?
Because it's delicious.
What?
The original is the classic. No question about it. But the remake, sweeter, bolder, better.
Which, is this really what we need to be spending our time on, guys? Like, there is fully the mind flare killing children left and right. And you just want to discuss the taste of Coca-Cola? All right, how about we taste the blood of the children on your hands because you're letting them die left and right?
Oh, that's no. In the sense that no.
Now, this movie already gets denounced for it not being the James Gunn Superman, but on top of being a violent man's wet dream, it also loves the taste of rubber because this movie was collecting checks left and right from the most random choices of sponsorships. But regardless, I'm going to give you a speed run of all the ads located within this movie. First of all, there is a massive Nokia sponsorship in this movie because every single character in this movie has a Nokia phone. And along with that, the main fight takes place in front of the long forgotten store, Sears, which by the way, Superman's mom works at in the movie. They also blow up Heaven on Earth 7-Eleven twice, and he throws the lesbian automobile U-Haul twice. A fight occurs in the middle of a goth baddie IHOP and he shaves his face with a Gillette razor. And on top of that, there are so many more advertisements located within this movie that I probably could not find, but I'm sure they will be uncovered soon enough. I felt like I was getting constant backshots from the corporate overlords of the movie Superman Man of Steel. What? I mean, there are probably way more advertisements located in the Superman movie that I am completely missing, but if I go any further, I'm fully gonna short circuit my brain and I'm never gonna be able to make another YouTube video ever again. So this is for you guys. We're gonna stop and we're gonna move on to the next one. After that, we have Smile 2 and its strange allegiance to Voss water. Yeah, the premium grade rich people water. Which feels like a scam because we don't live in the Lorax. We have water everywhere. Actually, no, we literally are living in the Lorax. We are being sold water all the time, and water is becoming more and more scarce because of AI. If you ever use ChatGPT, know that I'm against you. Know that the world is against you, and know that you're hurting Mother Earth 24/7. Because every single time you use ChatGPT, it heats up an AI power center, thus requiring fresh water, which is the water we drink, which is then used to cool down the power plant. Also, you can use your ChatGPT to write your college essay. Just don't touch that little robot. Oh! Touch your brain. Finger your brain. Don't finger your keyboard as you're trying to type on ChatGPT. And if you use ChatGPT, we're gonna have a talk about your actions, your attitude, your freak behavior, because ChatGPT is not cool, it's not sexy, and it's certainly not mysterious. Anyways, that's just about all the product placement I am willing to melt my brain with because I am done with seeing movies. In fact, good movies with awkward product placement. And yes, I know movies need to have product placement to help fund their projects. So I'm not condemning any of these movies for taking money from companies, but it's just a little bit insane to me that we have to take money from corporations just to make arts. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's gonna come out a little bit later than usual, but it's truly because I've had to work, and now I'm very much employed. But trust and believe, I'm putting as much effort in as possible. It just means the videos have to come out a little bit later than usual. I'm sorry guys, I love making these videos. I will have this video out as soon as possible for you guys. And I'm currently working on the Jennifer's Body / Ginger Snaps YouTube video, so wait patiently for that. It is gonna be coming out very soon. That will happen maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks after this video. So I would say keep an eye out for that one, okay guys? Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, do whatever you need to do to make this video go viral. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. See you in 2 weeks. Thank you so much. Bye. I think I gotta go. I shouldn't be out this late. Bye? Oh God, that was really bad.